Lowe, real estate agent with Vylla Home Incorporated right here in Columbia, South Carolina. And today I just want to share with you about property taxes. South Carolina property taxes to be specific, because that's where I'm at, South Carolina. So in South Carolina, we actually have two different assessments that a residential property can be assessed at. So the first assessment that we have is the 4% assessment, and that's only if that's your primary residence. If that's your primary residence, you're going to be taxed at 4%. And then the second assessment that we have is the 6% assessment. And that's if that is a secondary home, a investment property, or a rental property, you're going to be charged at the 6% tax rate. And so the way we calculate our taxes here, property taxes in South Carolina, is they take the property tax bill. It's calculated by multiplying the fair market value by either the 4% or the 6% assessment rate. And then they multiply that by the millage rate. Now, the millage rate is based on the county. Each county has a slightly different millage rate. I haven't seen a wide variation or difference between the counties. Some of them, they're very, very close, so not much difference. But there are counties that are a little bit cheaper millage rate than others. That's something you can get your agent to look into when you're buying your house. So the property owner who occupies their property as their primary legal residence, you're going to get the 4%. However, keep in mind, when you buy a house, it's not automatic that you get the 4%. You have to actually apply to be a primary residence in South Carolina. And that requires a little bit of documentation. Just a personal story. I bought my house in 2019 in Lexington County. The lawyer clearly told me, hey, don't forget to apply to be a permanent residence, permanent primary residence in South Carolina. I forgot, wasn't thinking anything about it. End of the year came, got a tax bill for $3,500, which was crazy because I was expecting it to be closer to $1,500. And so that was a huge difference, because if you have a loan on a house, your property taxes are going to be escrowed in with your loan, and you're going to pay it back on a monthly basis. So that was a difference from about $150 a month up to about $300 some a month. So make sure when you purchase a home in South Carolina, if it's your primary residence, that you apply for primary residency. So trust me, I immediately went and changed my driver's license from Texas to South Carolina. I immediately went and registered to vote in South Carolina. Just make sure you apply for primary residence. So property owners not only are required to apply for the 4% tax rate. So residential real estate that is owned for use as a second home or rental property or other type of investment property, just know you're going to get charged a 6% tax rate. Also, I just thought about this. Also, you can get a tax exemption on property taxes if you file what's called homestead exemption. Now, to apply for homestead, you have to be 65 years or older. You have to have lived in South Carolina for at least 1 year. Let me see what else. I think that's about it. And then, but now for that homestead, what they do is they only give you a tax exemption on the first $50,000 of the fair market value of that house. So you're not going to get out of taxes. They just going to give you a little bit of a tax exemption. Also, you can apply for homestead if you are 100% disabled, if you are legally blind, and also if you're a veteran. But here's a little bit of extra kick for South Carolina that I love. If you are a 100% disabled veteran, you get to get 100% tax exemption. So I'm a 100% disabled veteran. I do not pay property taxes on my primary residence in South Carolina. Neither do I have to pay property taxes. Yes, we have to pay property taxes on vehicles in South Carolina. So I don't pay the property taxes on my first two vehicles. I still have to pay registration fee, just don't have to pay the property tax portion. So hopefully this has helped you. Hopefully you got something out of it. Just the key takeaway is make sure if that house is your primary residence that you file for primary residency with your county, or else you will be seeing a 6% tax ratio on the bill. Hopefully this helped you. Next time, David Lowe, real estate agent, Columbia, South Carolina. God bless. Have a great day.